Hello, everybody, and welcome into the broadcast. I am Samuel Reese coming to you live here on YouTube and Twitch. And this afternoon, I should say, it is the Boston Bruins taking on the New York Rangers from Madison Square Garden in New York. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in today. And it's Tuukka Rask in goal for the Boston Bruins this season. He's amassed a record of 7-3-1. Meanwhile, at the other end, it's Alexander Georgiev in the net. 3-2-2 record this season at .281 goals against average. The Bruins have been outscored 13-4 during their current two-game losing streak, and they were absolute blowout losses to the two New York teams. They lost to the Islanders on Thursday night 7-2 and lost to the Rangers on Friday night, 6-2. Can Boston bounce back tonight? We're underway from Madison Square Garden. There are fans in attendance, about 2,000 to be precise. Hope you guys enjoy the broadcast, as the referees are Tim Peel and Kelly Sutherland, the linesmen Trent Knorr and James Tobias. Here is Bergeron. He lays it off to Brad Marchand. Marchand cross ice to Pastrnak. His shot blocked. Let me quickly get to the lineups for both teams. Forwards for the Bruins include Brad Marchand, Patrice Bergeron, and David Pastrnak on the first line. Nick Ritchie, Charlie Coyle, and Craig Smith on the second line. Trent Frederic, Jack Studnicka, and Jake DeBrusk on line 3. And then on the fourth line, And then on defense, it's Jakub Zboril and Charlie McAvoy on the first line. Brandon Carlo and Connor Clifton on the second line. And then on the third line, it is Urho Vakanainen and Steven Kampfer. We haven't seen Kampfer all that much this season for Boston, but he does get the start, he does get the nod today. And meanwhile, for the host New York Rangers, first line for forwards, Alexi Lafreniere, Mika Zibanejad, and Pavel Buchnevich. Chris Kreider, Ryan Strome, and Colin Blackwell on the second line. And I'll get to the rest of the lineup in a moment. But yeah, early on, the Bruins with a really good opportunity. It was David Pastrnak with the shot that was saved, and already a lot of physicality between the two teams. Face-off here will come at center ice. Going back to the Rangers lineup. On the third line, it is Philip DiGiuseppe, Brett Hoden, and Julien Gauthier. And then on the fourth line, it's Brendan Lemieux, Kevin Rooney, and Johnny Brodzinski. Meanwhile, on defense for New York, it's Ryan Lindgren, Adam Fox. On the first line, Keandre Miller and Brendan Smith making up the second line. And then on the third line, it is Jack Johnson and Libor Hayek. So those are your lineups for both teams. The Rangers in their dark blue uniforms this afternoon, Boston in their white uniforms, and that will be an offside against the Rangers. The Bruins 11-5-2 record, second in the East. The Rangers currently on 17 points, sixth in the East, but it's a very close East division indeed. And looking back on Friday's game between these two teams, well, I think these two teams are getting used to each other, maybe a bit too much, but they certainly have all of their games really have been quite physical, and we've seen that throughout their meetings so far. Two minutes played. Rangers will cycle back up through center. A hit delivered by Clifton. And Kuhlman holds at the line. Kuhlman will throw one in, and that's gloved down by a Rangers defenseman. And it's now played through center, brought back ahead by Clifton. Clifton will send it off the end wall. It's stolen by Bergeron. Bergeron trying to throw it in front, but it deflects off the apron of the goal, and now the Rangers will bring it back the other way. In the slot, unable to control that pass was Brendan Lemieux. And now the Bruins work it back the other way. 3 minutes in, first period. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. It's the Bruins and the Rangers from Madison Square Garden. This is into the corner with McAvoy. And that shot by Lindgren misses the net. Now it's Pasternak with a nice backhand cross-ice pass. Charlie Coyle down the right wing. Coyle's shot saved as he was denied short side by Georgiev. Now Adam Fox works it out the other way. Carlo knocks it back into the Rangers zone. He'll chase this puck down to the near corner. Carlo looking for Nick Ritchie. Now Craig Smith comes in to deliver a hit on the forecheck. Coyle has it behind the New York goal. Coyle pokes it up to the right point. The drive is saved through traffic as that's gloved by Georgiev. And the first shot on goal of the game coming right there. Boston have lost 4 of their last 5 games, a 1-4 record. They started the season 10-1-2, but have since gone 1-4, and their only win in that 5-game span came in that outdoor game at Lake Tahoe against the Philadelphia Flyers. Bruce Cassidy, of course, the coach of the Boston Bruins. By the way, that was the second shot on goal just a moment ago, excuse me. Here come the Rangers. They bring it through center the other way. On the right wing, Brodzinski will swing it in deep. And McAvoy helps out for Boston. DeBrusk looking to clear, can't get it out. This is now sent cross ice, and it's sent around by Vakanainen. Knocked away by Johnson, though. Nice cross ice pass, played just behind Gauthier. Now Brendan Lemieux up top. That shot blocked in front. The skate of Vakanainen got in the way of that drive. Now it's at the left point. Shot blocked. Second chance sent just wide. And now the puck sent up the boards, and the Bruins managed to clear all the way down, and it will not be an icing. Retrieving the puck here is Brendan Smith, second-line defenseman for New York. Played ahead to Keandre Miller. Miller all the way in, and this will be chased down by Carlo. Puck lifted out by Adam Fox. Now it's Brandon Carlo. Carlo cross ice. Couldn't connect with Kuhlman. And now the puck thrown in deep by Lemieux. Chased down by Carlo. Carlo, the outlet pass. On the chase is Greg McKegg, and his shot is saved by the left pad of Georgiev. It's not out of the zone yet. Kuhlman with the opportunity. Blocker save. Now the puck is sent to the corner boards, and the referee has raised the arm, signaling for a penalty, and it looks like it will go against the New York Rangers. Yep, so the penalty will be assessed to Ryan Strome, and so an early power play opportunity for the Boston Bruins. Once again, going back to Friday night, that Bruins first line created a lot of opportunities. They actually, Bergeron scored on the second goal for Boston, but they really couldn't put away their chances. Can they take advantage of a power play opportunity here? That shot off the pipe, rebound loose. The Bruins try to jam it in, but finally it's cleared by the Rangers. What an opportunity there. And Georgiev shaken up. Play is halted as his mask fell off, and now we have a possible fight breaking out as Ritchie was going after, I believe, couldn't spot who it was. Oh, Lindgren. Ritchie and Lindgren had to be broken up by the referee. Yeah, the original shot hit off the post, and then Ritchie was trying to jam it in. Bergeron as well. It looked like Ritchie fell on the head of Georgiev. Yeah, that's a lot of weight. Yeah, Ritchie just tumbled right on the head of Georgiev. And so we'll see what comes out of this. Yeah, and then after that, Ritchie was trying to throw some punches at Lindgren. Those two were going at it. It looks like Georgiev has drawn some blood near the left eye. Nothing was intentional there from Richie, but that still doesn't take away, the pain that Georgiev must have felt, because that's a big guy, and Nick Ritchie falling on Georgiev. And yeah, he has quite a bit of blood drawn from the left eye area. He's having that worked on, and Ritchie is sent to the box for the Bruins. And so we'll now have some 4-on-4 hockey. Georgiev seems all right now. Had that blood cleaned up. He's now back into his goal crease. And it looks like Craig Smith's being sent to the box as well. So we've got a double penalty against Boston. However, it will be 4-on-4. It will be 4-on-4. They sent someone from the Rangers also to the box. Okay, so both players have 2 in the box. So they're going 4-on-4 right now. Here's Marchand, who whiffs on the shot, and it's poked out to center ice. Bergeron to Marchand. Yeah, Lindgren got a minor. Ritchie got a double minor. That's the case here. Marchand has it stolen away. And now the Rangers at the other end. Tyler Johnson moves it into the offensive zone. McAvoy recovers nicely. Pastrnak over to Charlie Coyle. Coyle in on goal. He shoots and scores! Charlie Coyle scores, and the Boston Bruins are on the board first at Madison Square Garden. A brilliant pass from Pastrnak to find Charlie Coyle, and then Coyle just, oh my goodness, what a filthy move at the end. He just took off, got by Keandre Miller, made a nice move to get inside of Keandre Miller, got the shot away, and Charlie Coyle fires it home, and the Bruins score the opening goal in New York. The 4th goal this season for Charlie Coyle. It comes 6 minutes, 41 seconds into the game. It's good to see as well, because Coyle has been struggling quite a bit this season. He had a spell where I believe he didn't have a single point in 7 consecutive games. Still 54 seconds left on the 4-on-4, and now it seems like the Rangers might be taking Georgiev off, and Igor Shesterkin, who's the backup this afternoon, will come on. Yeah, they're going to take Georgiev off, probably for precautionary reasons. I was a bit surprised that they put him right back in goal. Shesterkin, 4-6-1 record this season, a 2.40 goals against average and a 919 save percentage. But yeah, when you have someone falling on your head like that, you got to take those head injuries extra serious. And I was surprised that they threw Georgiev right back in goal. You obviously want to take those head injuries very serious, and so Georgiev will be further evaluated. But it's now Shesterkin in goal. He had a rough start to the season for the Rangers, and that's why Georgiev took over as the starter. 1-0 Boston lead on a goal from Charlie Coyle. And we'll have a high sticking call here. It'll be the Rangers to the power play, but it's the Bruins in the lead. 1-0 Boston on top with 13-13 remaining in the first period. I'm back in a flash. Stay tuned. Welcome back in, everybody. So looking back at the replay just before this commercial break, David Pastrnak had the stick up high, and that's where the penalty was called. And so the Rangers head to the power play now. It was the Bruins who scored the opening goal. The Bruins now got three guys in the box, Ritchie, Pastrnak, and Smith all in there. And we've had a lot happen in the first few minutes of the game. Shesterkin now in goal for New York after Georgiev had Ritchie fall on top of his head. And this shot is saved by Rask. 4-on-3 for about half a minute. A lot of open ice here. This is played down low. Now Kreider back up top. Over to the right wing, Buchnevich. And that pass is deflected. And now the puck bounces in front, and that one-timer is sent wide by Pavel Buchnevich. Now it's back to the far side. Time winding down in the 4-on-3. It's played down low. The pass across the face of goal, but no one on the end of it. And now the Bruins only clear to center. Now it's a 5-on-3 for about 10 seconds. And the puck poked away by Carlo. Another chance, and that drive is blocked from Zibanejad. Now it is a 5-on-4 power play for New York for about a little less than a minute. This puck cycled high to Fox over to the left wing, and that shot is sent wide, and it escapes to the neutral zone. The Rangers, 5 of 19 in their last 4 games on the power play. In the previous 10 games, they were an abysmal 2 for 31. So they have been better as of late on the power play. Play continues here. Sent in front. That shot goes wide on the effort by DiGiuseppe. Vakanainen from Marchand. Ahead to Coyle. Coyle now all by himself for Boston. Takes it in the offensive zone. Now holds. Coyle circling around, shielding the puck. Now takes it to the far corner. Coyle cycles high. Now from the left point, Zaboral will swing it in deep. The penalty has expired, and Marchand's knocked off the puck. It's now picked up by Brendan Smith of the Rangers. Brought ahead by Keandre Miller. 9 minutes in from Madison Square Garden. 1-0 Bruins lead. This is around to Phil DiGiuseppe. Now it's a chance and a glove save as Rask said no on the effort by Johnny Brodzinski. Yeah, a couple of real good opportunities for the Rangers. They had a 4-on-3 for about a half a minute, a 5-on-4 for a 5-on-3 for seconds, and then a 5-on-4 power play for about a minute. But the Bruins kill it off. The shots on goal, 5-2 Boston, about midway through the opening period of play. Face off to the right of Rask. It is won by Stanika. And now a battle for the puck. DeBrusk looking to win it. Helping him out is Stanika. And finally, DeBrusk manages to clear. It'll go all the way down for a Boston icing. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. If you enjoy, make sure you subscribe and hit the like button. That would be greatly appreciated. 1-0 Bruins lead. A goal from Charlie Coyle. Just under 7 minutes into the game is the difference so far. Face off to the right of Rask, and that puck trickles on goal, and it's quickly gloved by Rask. Only about 2 seconds coming off the clock after that face-off. And now we'll have another face-off once again to the right of Rask. It's won by the Rangers. Brodzinski back to the high slot. Now it's sent to the near corner. Chasing it down is Kevin Rooney for the Rangers. Rooney centering pass. It's broken up. Now it escapes to the high slot. Sent out wide by Buchnevich, and that shot is just wide of the goal. And the Bruins get it out to center. And a hand pass will be called with 10-12 to go in the first period. So for those of you just tuning in, going over what happened to Alexander Georgiev, he had Nick Ritchie fall on top of his head. drew a bit of blood. And then Georgiev was sent back into the net after he had that blood cleaned up. But right after Coyle scored, about a minute later, the coach of the Rangers was pointing to the head saying this could be a severe head injury. And I don't really know why Georgiev was allowed to go back in. He should have been further evaluated right away for a concussion. So that's why Shesterkin is now between the pipes for the Rangers. Kuraly is taken to the boards. Now upright. Tries to send it to the left point, but it's intercepted by Gauthier. One back by Boston. Passed out wide by Kuraly. Now up to the high slot. Kuhlman's drive is blocked. It escapes to the far corner. There's Greg McKegg. Around to Kuraly. Kuraly shields the puck out in front. And to the rescue for the Rangers, it was Brendan Lemieux. Now the puck's down to the Boston zone. McAvoy will try to connect with Zaboral, but it's off the mark. And now Bergeron comes away with the steal. Marchand enters the zone, but it's quickly cleared to center. McAvoy now with the indirect pass ahead for Pastrnak. One back by New York. 9 minutes remain in the period. This is sent in deep. Rask under some pressure gets the pass away to McAvoy. Now it's Pastrnak ahead for Bergeron. Out to center. It's back in possession of the Rangers as that pass by Kreider is deflected. No icing. McAvoy now takes it the other way for Boston. And that'll head all the way down for an icing. The Rangers without their leading scorer, Artemi Panarin, for 3 games now, as he took a leave of absence from the team. Face off to the left of Rask. Bruins win the draw. It's sent up the boards and back with New York in the neutral zone. This is shoveled into the near corner. McAvoy gets there first, and now it's sent all the way down by Vakanainen. This is sent up the wall by Lindgren. Back to retrieve for Boston. It's Brandon Carlo. Carlo hits the brakes. Now gets it to Connor Clifton. Clifton to the neutral zone. And that shot took a bit of an awkward bounce, but Rask was there to make the save. Clifton loses his footing, but gets it to the right wing. Now DeBrusk with a diagonal pass. On the chase is Nick Ritchie. No icing here. Getting there first for the Rangers was Brendan Smith. And now that puck will deflect up and out of play for a stoppage in the action. 7:40 remaining in the opening period. 1-0 Boston lead. I'll be back in a moment. We've got a good one from MSG. Welcome back into the broadcast, everybody. It's the Bruins and the Rangers from Madison Square Garden on this Sunday afternoon. The Bruins up by a goal. It's great to see fans in attendance at Madison Square Garden, about 2,000 of them, but it's certainly better than none. It's good to have a bit of an atmosphere with the fans in attendance, as this shot is saved by the left pad of Shesterkin. Bruins won the faceoff, and a quick shot fired in on goal. Now Smith down low for Coyle. Puck comes up to the right point. McAvoy through traffic off the stick of Ritchie. And now the Rangers will bring it out through center, all the way down for Charlie McAvoy. McAvoy, D-to-D passes. He finds Zaboral. Zaboral's diagonal feed will head all the way down for an icing call against Boston. The noise of the crowd, though, real crowd, not artificial crowd noise, is definitely great to hear indeed. The faceoff back in the Boston zone will come to the right of Rask. 7:07 remaining in the opening period of play. It'll be Coyle in the draw for Boston and Howden for the Rangers. Faceoff won by New York. Sent to the right point, and a nice hit delivered by Ritchie, but Rangers still retain possession for a moment. Now it's won by Boston. Ahead it goes for Smith. Smith will wind one in. It gets by Shesterkin, who got a stick to it at the very end to avoid a disaster. Now DiGiuseppe lays it back. DiGiuseppe centering pass gets all the way through. Now a chance puck at the edge of the crease. Bergeron controls and now flips it out to the neutral zone. What a chance that was for the Rangers. Now it's Adam Fox. Cross ice for Lindgren. Lindgren makes a defender skate right by. The shot's on goal, 6-5 in favor of the Bruins. This puck deflected into the Boston end. A reminder that the WGC Workday Championship at the Concession is later today, 2:30 Eastern Time. This is sent down low to Strome. Now up to the point. That shot blocked. And a big collision there between both Strome and Marchand. Bruins managed to clear. And it'll be another icing call against Boston with 5:44 remaining in the period. Yeah, the Bruins have done a nice job blocking a lot of shots. David Pastrnak had a nice block with the outstretched stick. And the Bruins have had some nice hits as well on the forecheck and have been jamming the slot to prevent the Rangers from getting one by Rask. Yeah, the block shot's 8-3, heavily in favor of the Bruins. Buchnevich to the right wing. That's taken away. And Marchand pokes it ahead for Pastrnak. A one-on-one here. Pastrnak enters the zone. Waiting for help. And finally gets shoved off the puck. Now it's out to the far side. Kicking at the puck is Buchnevich. Here comes Alexi Lafreniere, the rookie first-round number 1 pick for the Rangers, but he loses it back into the Rangers' end. Keandre Miller is there. An indirect pass stolen by Clifton. Into the final 5 minutes of the opening period. This is sent off the end boards. A big hit delivered on DeBrusk, and the Rangers managed to clear it out to the neutral zone, but it's lost by Lemieux. Here's McAvoy. McAvoy up the boards. Now Rooney in a battle for it with McKegg. The puck sent in deep. Getting to it is Jakub Zaboral for Boston. Zaboral all the way through, and that will be yet another icing call against the Boston Bruins. Well, ever since the first goal from the Bruins, The Rangers have been creating more of the opportunities, but the Bruins have done well so far defensively. Faceoffs won 8-8, about even in that category. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Much appreciated. If you enjoy the broadcast, make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. Now the Bruins come out to center. DeBrusk taps it forward. Corrali couldn't control. Now it's brought back the other way. Lafreniere to the end boards. Pushed up against the end boards by Steven Kampfer. Rangers keep it in though. Gauthier to the far corner. Now it's DiGiuseppe. He'll hold. Now up to the right point. DiGiuseppe met by Zaboral. Centering pass picked off by Kuhlman. And the Bruins get it out to center. Boston will look to make a full change. Looks like the Rangers will as well. Under 4 to go in the first period. As this pass through the slot does get to Strome. Strome sends it in deep. Chased down by Kreider. Now a cross-ice pass to the left wing. Blackwell out for Kreider. Hayek sends it around the end boards, and it's taken away by Clifton. The Bruins looking to get it out of the zone as Clifton will go around the goal for Carlo. Carlo up the wall. It gets through to Coyle. Here's a 2-on-1. Coyle's cross-ice pass blocked. It was Hayek with the key intervention for the Rangers. Now it's Coyle again with it for Boston in the far corner. Controlled by the skate of Smith. Smith's shot blocked there by the leg of Hayek. He's had a couple of key defensive plays in these last couple of minutes. Now it's back in the Boston end. Going cross-ice is McAvoy. Sent ahead towards Bergeron. One back by the Rangers. Rangers into the neutral zone. And Marchand has his pass blocked off. 2.5 to play in the opening period. Keandre Miller brings it ahead. Now a shot from distance. And Rask stands up tall to make the blocker save. Now this is swung back in from the left point. Rask turns it aside. And this pass gets through to Pastrnak. A heavy touch off the skate, though. And the Rangers back with possession. Here's Lafreniere, who flips it to center. Back with Boston. Kampfer goes D to D. Bruins with a 1-0 lead. Late stages of period 1. Now it's Clifton. Clifton holds. Clifton shoots and scores! The Bruins strike again. It's Connor Clifton with 1:46 left in the first period. And Boston take a 2-0 lead over the New York Rangers. Clifton was just holding, waiting for his opportunity. And a lot of traffic in front. And that puck made its way through. Shesterkin didn't have a clear view on it. And it actually might have been redirected by Frederick. That is a real possibility. It might have been redirected by Frederick. So we'll see who the goal's credited to. But Clifton, the creator of the opportunity nonetheless, and Frederick perhaps got the crucial touch to redirect that shot into the back of the goal. And it's 2-0 Boston on top. We'll see how the Rangers respond with about 90 seconds left in the opening period. Rangers move it up high, and that puck just escapes Adam Fox. They'll now have to reset into the Bruins zone. It's Rask who's there. Carlo takes a hit. Retains possession, though. Now behind the goal, it's Urho Vakanainen. Reminder that the Bruins are coming off of 2 bad losses where they've been outscored 13-4. This is sent all the way down. Rask finds Carlo. Carlo now up the wall. Fired in from the left point, and it's just wide of Rask's goal. Now another opportunity. It's held here. Now swung up high, and this shot through traffic is gloved by Rask. The opportunity came for Hayek. Well, the physicality definitely a factor, as it has been in the first 3 meetings between these two teams this season. It's the Bruins, though, up 2-0 over the Rangers late first period. I'm back in a moment. Stay tuned. Welcome back in, everybody. Late first period from Madison Square Garden in New York, New York. Bruins up 2-0 thanks to goals by Charlie Coyle and I believe Trent Frederick. I do believe he got the redirection on the shot from the high slot by Clifton. By the way, Alexander Georgiev has returned to the Rangers bench, so it looks like he's been cleared from concussion protocol. I don't know if he'll be able to return. That remains to be seen. But right now, it's just Shesterkin in net. 35 seconds remaining in the period. Can the Rangers cut the Boston lead in half? Blackwell defended by Corrali. Blackwell to the end line. Centering pass. Puck loose. Rask made the save. And now it's batted out by the glove of McAvoy. Now around for Zaboral. Zaboral sends it ahead. It's just over the stick of Greg McKegg. And now McAvoy got crucial touch to that puck to prevent New York from entering the zone. Zaboral clears to center. The Rangers dump it in. Zaboral on the chase. And it's the end of the first period. The horn sounds and the first 20 minutes in the books from Madison Square Garden. Well, I'll tell you what, the Rangers had a really good opportunity at the end of the period. The backhand shot was saved. Colin Blackwell with a chance, and then the puck was loose in front on the rebound. Rask couldn't locate the puck, but McAvoy did, and he just batted away with the glove to prevent the Rangers from getting a second opportunity. Well, after 20 minutes of play, it's the Bruins 2 and the Rangers 0 from MSG. Coming up on the first intermission report here on YouTube, I'll be talking about the physical start at the Garden and looking ahead to the second period of this one between the Bruins and the Rangers. Meanwhile, over on Twitch, I'll be back for the second period in about 17 minutes' time. Stay tuned. It's 2-0 Bruins after 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome into the first intermission report. It was Charlie Coyle with the opening goal for Boston early on in the first period, and then late in the period, it was a redirected shot by Trent Frederick that found the net. 2-0 Boston on top of the Rangers after one period play. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. The hit's 20-16 in favor of the Rangers, and both teams have not shied away from physical play one bit. We saw Bergeron with a big-time hit, Marchand as well, as he dropped Ryan Lindgren. And even in front of the goal, we saw a bunch of physical play. Of course, Richie lost his balance and unintentionally fell on top of Georgiev. And then Richie was getting into it with Lindgren. A fight probably would have broke out had the referees not intervened and broke up the mayhem. And yeah, the physical play just continued throughout, but focusing on the actual goals from Boston, going to that Charlie Coyle goal. What a beautiful goal it was. I mean, the stick handling by Coyle on that play was just on another level because defending him was Keandre Miller, but he had no chance because Coyle's last touch to get to the inside of Miller was sent between, underneath his stick, I should say. Just a filthy move by Coyle. Frederick got his second of the season, and Georgiev did leave the game after 6 minutes, 41 seconds of play. He left the game actually right after that Coyle goal. I don't know why he was let back in because it was clearly a head injury. And, it looked. I don't know. I don't know why he wasn't evaluated immediately, but then he was evaluated for a concussion, I believe, and he came back onto the bench with about 40 seconds or so left in the period, and he didn't have a baseball cap on. He had his full gear on, so it looks like he wants to get back into the game. So that'll be something to keep an eye on for the second period, which is right around the corner. But we shall see. Boston up 2-0 over New York here on YouTube. First intermission report continues after a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Welcome back into the broadcast, everybody. Patrick Kane, the Chicago Blackhawks, will be in action later today against Detroit, and Kane currently at 399 career goals, just one away from getting to a milestone 400 career goals. Can he do it tonight? I think it's very possible because the Detroit Red Wings are not doing so hot this season. The Red Wings have been poor for a while, in fact. But here, between the Bruins and the Rangers, the 2-0 lead for Boston after one period of play. Thanks all for tuning in. Much appreciated. If you enjoy the broadcast, make sure you subscribe and hit the like button. And Jerome McGinley, who, of course, played for the Boston Bruins for a small period of time. I think it was a season or two. What a legend of the game he is. And NBC on the Intermission Report are highlighting Jerome McGinley at the moment. I think he lives in Boston now. He retired a few seasons ago. I do think he lives in the Boston area now as a retired player. He was a whole lot of fun to watch. He played for about half the teams in the league, I feel like. But yeah, he played for a long time, and definitely a legend of the game, no doubt. And I remember that spell he had with the Bruins. I forget exactly what year that was. It was either a year or two that he was with the team. I know it was a short spell. Obviously, with the Calgary Flames, that's when he was where he spent the most time in his career on. But as it is Black History Month, Jerome McGinley was definitely an iconic Black player to play in the National Hockey League. And what a player he was. He was absolutely incredible, breaking all kinds of records, and was really impressive throughout his career, and showed that as a Black player and as a minority player in the NHL, you can still make a big impact and be, one of the best players in the league. And he was a lot of fun to watch. He seemed like a great guy as well. And yeah, Jerome McGinley always will be a legend in the game of hockey. That goes without saying for sure, as it is the final day of Black History Month, since it is the final day of February. We'll turn the calendar tomorrow, as it will be the first day of March already, believe it or not. Well, at Madison Square Garden, it's a 2-0 lead. The Bruins leading the Rangers. We're inching closer to second period action. Stay tuned. I'll wrap up the first intermission report after this quick break. Welcome back in, everybody. Inching closer to the start of the second period between the Bruins and the Rangers here on YouTube. And Matt Snyder won his first Xfinity Series race last night at Homestead in some NASCAR action, by the way. So congrats to him. Winning his first Xfinity race. But focusing on the hockey side of things, we've got second period action on the way right after this quick break. Don't go anywhere. It's the Bruins and the Rangers from Madison Square Garden in New York. 2-0 Boston on top. The second period is next. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back in. We are set for the start of period 2 from Madison Square Garden in New York, New York. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. 2-0 the score. The Bruins in the lead after one period of play. And now we get set for the second period to begin. And if you're just tuning in, well, there was a lot that went on in that first period. And despite the Rangers not scoring, they sure did have plenty of opportunities. A lot of block shots from the Bruins were key in that opening period of play. And remaining in goal, or rather coming in goal, is Alexander Georgiev, who did not play the final 13 minutes and 19 seconds of the period. But we saw him at the very end of that first period come to the bench. Apparently he cleared, concussion protocol. And so he's back in there to begin the second period. And we'll see if he has any after effects of that head injury from earlier. But it seems like he's good to go. Pastrnak with an early opportunity in the period as his effort is saved. And now it's lifted into the neutral zone, gloved by McAvoy. Marchand brings it ahead for the Bruins. This is sent in deep, and more hits being delivered. The physical play not letting up one bit. Here come the Rangers at the other end. That's broken up momentarily by Clifton. Now sent towards Rask. He'll leave it for Brandon Carlo. The Rangers can't clear. It's now held in by Carlo. A minute gone in period 2. Ritchie will wind it around. He's defended by Brendan Smith. Now the Rangers will advance it through center. Chasing it down here is Brandon Carlo. Carlo around for Clifton. Clifton elevates the puck all the way through center, and it's down to the Rangers' end. Hitting the brakes for the Rangers is Keandre Miller. Now Smith from behind his own goal. Brought ahead by Lemieux. Lemieux accelerating down the right wing. Lemieux now up to the left point. Cross the line. It's swung in deep by Hayek. And now DeBrusk collects it. Can't clear the zone, though. But in comes Studnicka. Great interception. His shot saved, and now the rebound loose. And Georgiev manages to cover. What an opportunity there for the Bruins. It was a great steal by Jack Studnicka. Yeah, the puck just bounced away from Adam Fox, and off to the races was Studnicka. And Georgiev stood tall to make the save, and then Frederick was right there trying to put away the rebound. But it's a strong save by Georgiev, and it's on his first test since coming back into the game. Both teams have had 5 chances this afternoon. 17:51 to go in the second period. Face-off won by Boston. Quick shot blocked. Studnicka's second opportunity is also blocked, and the Rangers will move it through center. Here's a chance for the right wing, sent just wide on the opportunity for Gauthier. Now a shot from distance. That's fired off the end boards, and now all the way back with Brendan Smith. It was taken away by Di Giuseppe. Now to the end boards. This is sent ahead by Frederick. Now flipped ahead by Studnicka. Vaakanainen's back to play the puck for Boston. Corrali, it's sent in by Buchnevich. Corrali down the left wing for Boston. That's saved by Georgiev. Now holding is McKegg. McKegg shovels it in. Behind the goal, it's Corrali. Sean Corrali into the slot. No one there for Boston. And New York clear it all the way down. And that will be an icing. Once again, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. It's the Bruins and the Rangers for the second time in 3 days. The Rangers dominated the first meeting. 6-2 was the final score, but it's the Bruins up right now, 2-0. Early stages of the second period. The Rangers win the face-off, and that will go down for yet another icing. Shots on goal, 10-10 up to this point. Alexis Lafreniere was the first overall pick in the 2020 NHL draft. He's had 2 goals in his first 18 games. He is getting increased playing time slowly but surely, as this shot from the high slot from McAvoy is turned aside by Georgiev. So far, Lafreniere has had 9 shifts, about 6 minutes on ice, and now we have a whistle that halts play. And I'm not entirely sure what the call is. I suppose it was puck was played by a high stick. It's the only call I can imagine that was made. 16-18 left in the second. Face off here to the right of Georgiev. Strome against Bergeron in this face off. Won by Bergeron. Quick shot, misfired by Marchand. Puck loose in the slot, and in the end, the Rangers come away with it. It's sent in deep by Colin Blackwell. Now off the boards, it's collected by McAvoy. McAvoy looking for options, but had it taken away last second. 4 minutes gone, second period. 2-0 lead for the Bruins. Here is Marchand. Marchand taps it forward to Coyle. Coyle to the right wing. Marchand back to Coyle. Coyle sends it down low, but that pass broken up by the skates of Adam Fox. And now delayed offsides. Coyle dumps it in. The Bruins have to tag up. Rangers now will work it from their own zone. Sent around to Rask. Rask looking for Clifton. Clifton in the battle. Coyle looks to help out. He'll go in back of the net for Carlo. Carlo through center. Here comes Boston. A 2-on-1. Cross-ice pass blocked off. Ritchie was wide open, but Craig Smith could not connect. Great defensive play. After 5 minutes played in the second period, it's still 2-0. Boston on top here on YouTube and Twitch. Here's Connor Clifton for Boston. Clifton has it stolen. Now a diagonal feed, and it's controlled by Carlo. Carlo hits the brakes behind the Boston end. Behind the Boston net, I should say. And now with it is Connor Clifton. This is Brandon Carlo. Carlo off the half boards. Chasing it down is Studnicka. Studnicka into the slot. And now that pass will be fired in by Wagner. His one-timer just wide. Now behind the Rangers' goal. New York looking to clear. And that's played all the way down. This puck lands nicely to Jack Studnicka. Studnicka to Frederick. Now leaves it back for Studnicka, who winds one in, and that's blocked by a skate. Now sent all the way down. And no icing here as Lafreniere chases it down for the Rangers. And now that puck will be cleared back to the New York zone. DeBrusk with a bit of pressure here. Zibanejad takes over for the Rangers. Lafreniere's backhand pass doesn't escape the zone. That shot blocked, and now it's back in the Bruins end. McAvoy, D-to-D pass for Jakub Zaboral. Brought ahead now by McKegg. McKegg to the right wing. Kuhlman hits the brakes. That's lost, and now the Rangers send it to the neutral zone. Puck sent in. Rask leaves it for Zaboral. 7 minutes gone in period 2. A reminder that the players will be March 11th to the 14th, as that will be a hand pass, it appears. 12:55 left in the second period. 2-0 Boston on top. I'll be right back. Stay tuned. Welcome back in, everybody. Sunday afternoon in New York City, and the Bruins have a 2-0 lead as we approach the midway point of this game. Fans are in attendance, which is great to see as more and more teams across the country in all leagues start to open up their arenas and stadiums to fans, of course, in a precautious manner, as that shot is swung in and blocked in the slot. Now it's on the left wing. Marchand looking to win the puck. And the Rangers gain control into the Bruins zone. That is stolen from Kreider. Now here's Pastrnak. Pastrnak across for Marchand, but the pass broken up at just the right time. Now it's Blackwell in his own zone for the Rangers. He'll go coast to coast. He'll now cycle back at the line, and his pass stolen by Coyle. Coyle, full speed ahead for the Bruins. He'll hit the brakes on the left wing. Now Clifton's drive blocked, and the Rangers will move it through center. And offsides is called. Well, let's look at some coaching insight, shall we? Look at some defensive comparison, I should say, as Charlie McAvoy and Adam Fox, very, very similar stories in their upbringing. They were both born on Long Island, just a month apart. They actually played for the same club hockey team when they were young. It's really cool to see. McAvoy and Fox knew each other quite well from a young age, and now playing against each other on the biggest stage in an NHL game. How about that? It's cool to see. This is now brought ahead. Buchnevich sends it across the face of goal. No one there. Now it's up to the left point. This drive is smothered by Rask as he holds on. And the face-off will come in the Boston zone. How about a look at alumni of New England area colleges? There's a lot of them. Adam Fox and Colin Blackwell both went to Harvard. Chris Kreider to Boston College. Charlie McAvoy and Matt Grzelcyk, along with Charlie Coyle, went to Boston University. Anthony Bitetto went to Northeastern. Kevin Rooney to Providence. That wasn't even the full list. So just in this game alone between the Bruins and Rangers, so many of them went to New England area colleges, which of course have some of the best college hockey programs in the country. It'll be Lemieux against Studnicka in the draw. The Rangers win the draw. That shot deflects to the back of the net. Now it's at the right point. Fox sends it across. Now this shot fired in, and Rask makes the save with heavy traffic in front. And now Frederick and Lemieux exchange some words. You got to love how the youngster Trent Frederick is involved in all of the extracurricular activity. Always with a smile on his face as well, it appears. Yeah, Adam Fox and Ryan Lindgren, by the way, were U.S. National Team Development Program teammates from 2014 to 16, and now teammates in the NHL with the New York Rangers. So a lot of connections within the teams and between these two teams, whether it was, with U.S. development program or at even a younger age, as this centering pass is cleared away to the right point, or for colleges as well. There's a number of these players that play together in New England area colleges. This will be swung around, and a big hit as McKegg took a fall. This is now brought ahead by Gauthier. Gauthier to the end boards, now cycles high. Spins back towards goal at the edge of the right circle. His pass blocked, and now a battle for the puck on the near side. Corrali ahead for Kuhlman. But Jack Johnson is there first for the Rangers. Shots on goal just in favor of the Rangers, 12-11. That's a steal right at the line by Marchand, who lost his footing, gets to Bergeron. Now Pastrnak. Pasternak shielding the puck, cycles high to the left point with Zaboral. Zaboral's shot takes a deflection. That makes its way to the near corner. Now it's sent around behind the goal with Marchand. Marchand holds. We're at the midway point of regulation. Marchand still with the puck. Now at the right circle, feeds up Pasternak, whose one-timer is saved by Georgiev. 9:52 to go in the middle period, and it's a 2-0 lead for Boston. I'll be back after this quick break. All right, welcome back in, everybody. Look at some upcoming games in the NHL tonight. It'll be the Red Wings and the Blackhawks at 7 Eastern time. Then on Tuesday, the Flyers take on the Penguins at 7. And on Wednesday, it's another East Division showdown when these Bruins take on the Capitals at 7 as well. Marchand off the face-off win sends a shot wide of the goal. Look at today's later schedule. Philadelphia, Buffalo, Columbus, Nashville, both at 3 as that shot is in. It's Charlie McAvoy who makes it 3-0 in favor of the Bruins. The top line of Boston is not disappointed, and it was a face-off win by Bergeron. The original shot by Marchand went wide, and then it was McAvoy who just teed up Pasternak, and then Pasternak back to McAvoy, the one-time drive. And he perfectly placed this shot. Georgiev with just not enough time to get over to make the stop. And now the Bruins extend the lead 3-0 here in the second period. Third goal of the season for McAvoy. It comes with 9:40 to go in period 2. And Boston win the face-off. Sent in deep. McAvoy chases it down. Now it's Ryan Lindgren with it for the Rangers. Lindgren to center. Ritchie on the backhand. Floats it ahead. Charlie Coyle is there for Boston. Now Ritchie comes in. It's back with the Rangers. Chasing this puck down is Pavel Buchnevich. A lot of work to do now for the Rangers, who trail 3-0. Clifton can't clear. That shot sent off the apron of the goal. And now this will be cleared through center. Back to get it is Brendan Smith. Smith ahead for Kevin Rooney. Now it's Brodzinski. Wraparound shot just wide of the goal, and it deflects out of play. So yeah, let's take a look at the 2015-16 Boston University men's hockey team. Matt Grzelcyk and Charlie McAvoy were both a part of that team, and David Quinn, who is now the coach of the Rangers, was the coach of that BU team. So quite cool to see as McAvoy and Grizzlick are obviously very close with David Quinn, as he was their college coach, but now going against each other this afternoon. McAvoy's had 14 shifts this afternoon, over 13 minutes of ice time. Shots on goal even at 13 all, but the Rangers have not managed to score yet. This is now Frederick battling for it. And now DeBrusk helping out. It's back with Kampfer. Kampfer pokes it forward, and Rangers, though, take it right back in. 8 minutes to go in the period. Now a jam on the near side as players from both teams try to poke it loose. Nothing giving. The referee's letting them play it out. The puck still down in that scrum. Finally, it's loose, and Frederick will control for Boston. It's the longest scrum I've seen in a while. Here's Vakanainen. Vakanainen up the boards. It's kept in by the Rangers. Nice reverse here as the centering pass gets all the way through. Now on the right wing. It's taken in by Hayek, and a save was made by Rask, and the Bruins do get it out to the neutral zone. This is sent back in. Here's Rask. Kuhlman, indirect pass off the boards. Sent right back in by New York. Behind the goal, Rask will leave it. And that's given away in a dangerous area. Swung across the slot, and now it's the Bruins who take over. Corrali in for Boston. Delayed offsides. The Bruins will tag up. Rangers trail by 3 with the puck. Blackwell in a battle with Pastrnak. Now it's taken ahead by Pastrnak. He'll send it off the near corner. Marchand up high to Zaboral. That's poked away, and the Bruins have it back in the neutral zone. Swung back in. It hops over the stick of Georgiev. Under 6 to play in the period as this puck is elevated down to the Boston end. Chasing it down to Zaboral. He'll find McAvoy. Now up ahead for Pastrnak. Pastrnak through the slot. Now a shot from the right point, and Ritchie's effort is gloved by Georgiev. Well, it's Charlie McAvoy with the third goal for Boston. The one-timer fired home, and the Bruins with a comfortable 3-0 lead with under 6 to go in the second period. I'll be right back in a moment. Stay tuned. Welcome back in, everybody. Look at Charlie McAvoy's points per game. He's having his best season in that aspect so far. .72. He has a goal and an assist today. He averaged he had .51 points per game in his rookie season, .52 the next season, and then .48 last season. We know he's a great defenseman, but now he's making key offensive contributions as well. So far this season, he's emerging into one of the best defensemen in the league. McAvoy, in my opinion, might be the most important player for the Bruins. He's really breaking out. I don't want to hype him up too much. You know, he still is young, but it's now his fourth season, and we're starting to see, you know, why he could be something special. And you love to see it for sure as a Bruins fan anyway. And Boston with a 3-0 lead. Bergeron's kicked out, so Marchand will contest Zibanejad in the draw. It's won by the Bruins. Bergeron ahead to Marchand. Down low behind the Rangers' goal with Pastrnak. About 5:20 to go in the second period. Here's Marchand again. Marchand to the right point. Here's a shot. Blocked in front. Georgiev didn't have a clear view on that puck, but still made the save. And now the Rangers back the other way. That pass played behind Chris Kreider, and now it's picked up by Zaboral for Boston. Here's Marchand ahead to Bergeron, rather. Bergeron flips it ahead. Now cross ice to McAvoy in front. Pasternak's redirection just wide. Now Blackwell carries the puck ahead for the Rangers as that puck is flipped in towards Rask. Took an awkward hop, and Rask will cover up for safe measure. A reminder that next Sunday, it'll be Hockey Day in America. 4 great matches, 1 epic day. Sunday, March 7th, it all begins with the Sabres and the Islanders. Should be quite an epic day of NHL action. Face off here to the left of Rask. It's won by the Bruins. And now Carlo will send it all the way down. Too much weight on that pass. And it's an icing against Boston. Thanks all for tuning in. 4:34 left in the second period. The shots are level at 14 all. However, it's the Bruins with a 3-0 lead. Face off to the left of Rask. Won by Boston. Here's Connor Clifton. Clifton finds Carlo. Now Ritchie battling for the puck. It's taken away by Strome, and that'll be an offsides call as his pass was played backward after he gained the line. Just over 4 minutes remaining in period 2. Strome has had a 4-game point streak for the Rangers. He had a goal and 2 assists Friday against this Boston team. The goal's not coming as easy for the Rangers this afternoon. Strome has had 14 shifts, a little over 10 minutes on ice. Someone got tripped up from the Bruins. Nothing called. It's now with Vakanainen. One back by the Rangers. Pass sent in front. A steal by DeBrusk. DeBrusk now looking to lead the attack for Boston. He finds Frederic. Frederic's onside. His shot is saved by Georgiev short side. A great chance for goal number 4 for the Bruins. Now it's brought back into the attacking zone. Studnicka cross ice. That pass batted down, but the Bruins retain possession. Frederic to Studnicka. His centering pass blocked, and now it's taken away by Buchnevich. Rather, Brodzinski. But the Rangers can't clear again as that drive from the high slot is off the end boards. Now it's DeBrusk who will swing it in deep. It's back with the Rangers. It's moved up the boards, but not out. Carlo's shot turned aside as Georgiev got a pad to it. Now a battle for it on the far side. The Rangers come away with it, and now we'll move it into the neutral zone. Or not quite yet, actually. Ritchie with the pressure for Boston. Now it's sent all the way down by Ryan Lindgren. Rask controls, indirect pass, up the boards, and now poked forward by Kuhlman. Under 3 to play, second period. 3-0 Boston lead. This is down with Thrask. Now DiGiuseppe for the Rangers pokes it ahead. Physical battle here. Clifton on the forecheck takes down, it appeared, Brett Howden. Back with Boston now. Kuhlman being pushed up against the wall. Up the right side. It can't be cleared, and a shot from distance is easily saved by Rask, and he sends it to a teammate. Marchand in front. Backhand effort shut down as Pastrnak had that opportunity. Now it's back with Pastrnak. He's looking for Bergeron, but the pass off the mark, and Johnson takes it away. Final minutes of the period. Here's Marchand, though. The Bruins not making it easy for the Rangers to clear the zone. Zibanejad knocks it down. Now on the right wing, DiGiuseppe centering pass, was poked away. Now on the left wing, Chris Kreider has his pass blocked off. The other way, it's Pastrnak. Pastrnak has his pass deflected. It's kept in by Zaboral. Zaboral down low. Coyle's there for Boston. Coyle will move it up to the right point. Now it's back with Coyle. And his pass off the leg of Buchnevich and stolen by New York. Final minute of the period. This is sent in deep. Rask blocks off that pass. And now the Bruins start up through center. Ritchie, nice cross-ice pass. Slap shot fired in. And Smith's effort is smothered by Georgiev with 55 seconds to play in the period. Yeah, Pastrnak had a pretty good opportunity early on. He just couldn't quite get the backhand shot away. How about Trent Frederick? A goal, 3 shots, and 2 hits today. He's been involved quite a bit. Final seconds of the period. And the face-off to the left of Georgiev is won by Boston. Frederick, by the way, has had 11 shifts, about 9 minutes on ice. That is saved at the line. And now Frederick has possession in the near corner. Here's Studnicka with a chance. What a save made as Georgiev makes the stop. It's a real good save. And what a blistering hit delivered on the far side in front of the bench of New York. "12 seconds left in the period. The pass up ahead by Smith could not be controlled. Now battling for the puck, it's Carlo who comes away with it, and he'll just hold on to it in the corner. And that's the end of 2 periods. So after 40 minutes of play, the Bruins have tacked on another goal. 3-0 the score, thanks to a goal from Charlie McAvoy. What a chance, though, from Studnicka with seconds left in the period. That was a point-blank opportunity, and Georgiev got his left arm to it, and it's a big-time save to keep it at 3-0, but the Rangers with a big uphill battle. The Bruins up 3-0 after 2 periods of play. Coming up on the intermission report, I'll talk about Charlie McAvoy anchoring the Bruins blue line and Patrick Kane on the verge of a milestone. The intermission report is coming up next here on YouTube, and I'll be back for the 3rd period over on Twitch in about 17 minutes' time. Stay tuned. The intermission report next. I'll be right back. Welcome, everybody, into the intermission report, second intermission report to be precise. The Bruins with a 3-0 lead over the Rangers. A goal from Charlie McAvoy, the lone goal in that second period. And Boston lead by 3 after 40 minutes of play. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Hope you're all having a wonderful weekend. And so far, so good for the Boston Bruins. They were in need of a bounce back performance, just a 1-4 record in their last 5 games. They've been outscored 13-4 in their last 2 against the Islanders and Rangers. And it's a much better performance put forth by Boston so far this afternoon. And the physicality from Boston has, I think, played to their advantage. And New York have responded with aggression as well. But overall, the Bruins like playing a physical game. We've seen that in seasons prior as well. And the Bruins have had some key steals in the offensive zone due to their physical forecheck. And then going to that goal, just a wonderful setup by Pasternak, playing it across the line for McAvoy. And the one-timer could not be saved. An absolute blast by McAvoy. And Georgiev simply just didn't have enough time to adjust and get over to get a piece of that shot. It was McAvoy's third goal of the season. He's also had an assist this afternoon, 2 shots. McAvoy having himself a nice afternoon up to this point. And the Bruins have a 3-0 lead through 2 periods of play. And for the Rangers, I mean, I really think if they can avoid some of these checks, because there's been some big time hits delivered by Boston that really seems to be ruining any type of momentum that the Rangers are trying to gather. If they can get out of the checks and really find a rhythm in their game, then they could get a goal, early on in the period that could get them back into the game. Because it's not like they've created they've had a lack of creating a lack of ability to create opportunities. They've had a good amount of chances. Ryan Lindgren has taken 4 hits. He's also had 1 shot. He's obviously a key piece of this Rangers team on defense. On the first line defenseman has been knocked to all fours quite often. The shot's 19-15 Boston. It's not like the Bruins have completely outplayed the Rangers. Sure, they're up 3-0, but New York have had a good amount of opportunities. I feel like, it's just a matter of when or if that first goal comes. If it comes early in the period, then that could really open things up for the Rangers because they have been testing Rask quite a bit, but he's been solid between the pipes for Boston, that's for sure. After the break, when the intermission report continues, I'll talk about a rivalry reignited. That would be Chicago and Detroit, who will face off later tonight. Stay tuned. The intermission report continues after this. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Second intermission report continues. The Bruins leading the Rangers by a score of 3-0. Third period just around the corner from Madison Square Garden on Sunday afternoon of action between Boston and New York. A reminder that the WGC Workday Championship at the Concession takes place today, 2:30 Eastern Time. For those of you who are golf fans tuning in, but focusing back to the NHL and focusing on later tonight, it'll be a rivalry reignited. Two original six teams facing off when the Detroit Red Wings take on the Chicago Blackhawks. That's at 7 Eastern Time tonight. And I'll tell you what, the Blackhawks have done better than I expected this season, if I'm being brutally honest. Of course, Patrick Kane has he always puts on a show, doesn't he? He's still lighting the lamp with the Blackhawks, still scoring goals on a consistent basis. And he's been incredible, and he continues to be incredible. He's had 399 goals now. He's one away from 400. Does he break that record tonight, or does he get to the milestone mark of 400 tonight? I think he does. I think Patrick Kane gets his 400th career goal tonight, but we shall see. We shall see, as it's currently the second intermission between the Rangers and Bruins. Bruins with a 3-0 lead. But focusing on that game later tonight between the Red Wings and Bruins, in Kane's race to 400 goals, well, Jonathan Toews has the most career assists on Kane goals with 97. Patrick Sharp, second most with 62, tied with Duncan Keith, then Brent Seabrook with 40, and Artemi Panarin with 35. That's an interesting statistic to look at, the most assists on Kane goals. Yeah, not a surprising list. You know, a lot of those players spent many years in Chicago as Kane's teammate. And yeah, what a milestone. Patrick Kane is so close to reaching his 400th goal. Seems to be right on the horizon. And so he and the Blackhawks will take on a struggling Detroit Red Wings team at 7 Eastern Time. But for now, the focus is on Boston and New York. The Bruins, Rangers, just about set for period 3. I'll wrap up the second intermission report after this quick break. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. Great to see fans back at Madison Square Garden. Even though it's just 2000, it's great to see them. Some Bruins fans also in attendance as well. You love to see it, and we'll see what happens in period 3, which is on the way next after this quick break. 3-0 Bruins lead in the final 20 minutes from MSG right after this quick break. Welcome back in, everybody. We are just about set to begin period 3 from Madison Square Garden. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. A 3-0 lead for the Boston Bruins after 40 minutes of play, and we'll see if they can close out here in the third for a much-needed victory after losing their last 2 games by large deficits as well. And the Bruins actually just 1-4 in their last 5 games, and that only win came in that NHL outdoor game at Lake Tahoe a week ago today against the Philadelphia Flyers. Charlie McAvoy scored in that game, and he scored this afternoon a goal and an assist for the first-line defenseman for the Bruins. And we're underway in period 3. The Bruins up 3-0 over the Rangers from New York. Rangers in the offensive zone. That shot blocked in front by McAvoy. McAvoy now finds Bergeron. Bergeron, cross ice for Marchand. Marchand will shoot. That's saved by the glove of Georgiev. Now Pastrnak to the near corner. Marchand loses possession, but it's one back. Marchand squares it across. One-timer saved. Pastrnak with the effort. And now the Rangers will counter the other way. Georgiev's made some good saves, or else it could be much worse than 3-0 for New York. Now it's up the left side for the Rangers. Here's a shot, and that's saved. Rask comes up big for the Bruins. Now the other way, this puck will trickle in on Georgiev, who covers up for the first stoppage of period 3. All right, this face-off won by Boston. but one back by the Rangers. Here's a shot from the right wing. Rask said no. Now along the end boards, the Bruins looking to win the jam here. It's won by the Rangers, sent through the slot, and it just escapes the stick of Brodzinski. And that's poked away by Coyle. Coyle flying down the right wing for Boston. Coyle shot off the pipe. Now the puck will make its way to the far side. Frederick will swing it in. Around it goes to the near side with Kampfer. Kampfer down low. Now Craig Smith finds Trent Frederick. Frederick now to Studnicka. And at the back door, Smith couldn't get a shot away. Studnicka around the goal for Smith. That pass off the mark to Frederick, and it will make its way to center. Kampfer back with it for Boston. He'll flip it to the opposite corner. And now Frederick chasing it down for the Bruins. Frederick reverses course. Looks to hold on to it. Now fired in from Kampfer, and his shot from the right point is gloved out of the air by Alexander Georgiev. Yeah, well, going back to about a minute ago, it's a great chance for Boston, and Studnicka's pass as he was looking for Smith was just played behind Smith, or else it probably would have been a tap-in for Smith at the back door. This faceoff will come to the left of Georgiev. It's Frederick against Rooney. Face-off won by Boston. Cross ice from Kampfer. This shot fired in and a save made by Georgiev. Now the Rangers will bring it the other way. That shot is blocked. Kampfer battling forward in the far corner for Boston. Here's Vakanainen for the Bruins. Around to the near side. And Kampfer will carry it up the right wing boards. He gets blocked off on the forecheck. The hit delivered there by Howden. 3 minutes gone in period 3. Now it's a send up to the right point. Clifton's drive is saved. Nicely done by Georgiev. Now the other way. Here come the Rangers. Bruins in the midst of a change. This puck is poked ahead by Kuhlman. Back to retrieve is Adam Fox. No icing here. Shots 25-17 Boston. This puck can't escape the zone. Rangers work the puck up to the right point, and that shot is just wide of the goal. Now Keandre Miller with the effort. That's blocked in front. There's Pasternak, who sends it to the neutral zone. The Rangers make a change, and now they bring it into the offensive zone. This is Buchnevich down the left wing. It's now won by Zaboral. Zaboral can't clear. Now a chance in the slot, and that's fired just wide by Chris Kreider. Zaboral controls it for Boston. Now it's Bergeron who flips it ahead. Chasing it down is Pasternak. Pasternak behind the New York goal. Can't hold on to it. Lindgren takes it away for the Rangers. Ahead is Blackwell. His shot fired wide. Now McAvoy up for Coyle. Nick Ritchie sends it wide for Craig Smith. Now it's gloved by Smith. His drive is saved by Georgiev, and he'll cover up. Well, let's take a flash. Let's go flash back to the beginning of the month, February 1st, when Trent Frederick dropped the gloves with Tom Wilson of the Capitals. Then on the 21st, against the Flyers in the outdoor game at Lake Tahoe, he'd score. And then today, another goal. He's not afraid to play physically. He's not afraid to drop the gloves. And oh yeah, he's finding the back of the net now as well. The youngster Trent Frederick making a real impact for this Boston Bruins team. 5 minutes gone in period 3. Bruins lead 3-0. Fredericks had 13 shifts over 11 minutes on ice. Here is Frederick for Boston. He flips it to the neutral zone. Now behind the goal, it's Vakanainen. Vakanainen out to center. Rask leaves it for Vakanainen. It's now won back by the Rangers. A scrum on the near side. Bruins with a 3-0 lead. The Rangers still searching for their opening goal. Here's Gauthier, who moves the puck in. Centering pass, and Rask does cover up. Wow, what a save that was. Tuukka Rask I thought maybe that it went through his legs, but the puck was somewhere underneath, and he prevented that from crossing the line. Nice save by Tuukka. $14:04 to go. Lindgren has had 18 shifts, 15 minutes on ice, but it's been a disappointing afternoon for the Rangers. Bruins win the faceoff. McAvoy ahead to Kuhlman. Now it's Corrali who sends in a shot. That's saved. Another opportunity, and a short side denial by Georgiev. This is cleared to center. Zaboral will find McAvoy. And that's all the way down for an icing against Boston. Well, Patrice Bergeron has made a big impact today. Very physical on the forecheck, making his presence felt defensively with a couple of takeaways and block shots. And then also setting up a couple of goals. He's had 4 hits, 8 of 10 faceoffs won, 12 minutes on ice. Patrice Bergeron putting in quite the shift today as this one-time drive is fired wide of the goal. Rangers back with it. Another opportunity that's sent wide of the goal. Now Zaboral picks it up for the Bruins. And that pass deflects into the Bruins bench. So with 13:23 to go in the third, it's Boston 3, New York 0 from MSG. I'm back after this quick break. Stay tuned. Welcome back in, everybody. Bruins up 3-0 over the Rangers. 7 minutes into the third period or so. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in on this Sunday afternoon. Greatly appreciated, as always. At Madison Square Garden, it was 2 first-period goals, 1 second-period goal that has the Bruins up 3-0. No goals yet here in the third period, as it'll be McKegg against Strome in the faceoff, won by Boston. A hair over 13 minutes remaining in regulation. This is moved to center. Now the Rangers will work it out of the defensive zone. Shot fired wide on the effort by Alexis Lafreniere. Now a battle for the puck along the end boards. Sent out in front, and Corrali's there to tap it ahead. And now a cross-ice pass won't get through to Kuhlman. Right back into the Boston zone. Carlo's back with it for the Bruins. Here's Connor Clifton for Boston. Clifton's pass taken away by Keandre Miller. Now a turnover in the slot. Pastrnak couldn't get a shot away as the Rangers recovered quickly. Now here come New York. With the entry, it's Brendan Lemieux. His pass out wide, off the mark. Now it's Bergeron who will fire one over the goal. 12 minutes to play in the third period. Bruins with some pressure. Here's Marchand who comes over the steal. Cross-ice pass, though, intercepted. And now it's brought ahead by Lemieux. That cross-ice pass taken away by Coyle. Coyle down the right wing. He already has a goal. That's just wide. Back out to the neutral zone. Sent back in deep. Sent up the boards. Coyle blocks it off. Now in behind the goal, it's Smith up to the left point. Zaboral, indirect feed, back to Smith. Here now is McAvoy. McAvoy shot saved by the right pad of Georgiev. Now it's Zaboral for Boston. Zaboral with a shot. And that is saved again. Puck kept alive, though, by Coyle. Coyle sends it off the end boards. It's now collected behind the goal by Howden. And it's out to the neutral zone. Here is McAvoy. He looks to flip it in. It's won back by New York. Approaching the midway point of the period now. Carlo settles things down for the Bruins. And now it's sent ahead by Nick Ritchie. D to D. Carlo finds Clifton. 10.5 to play from Madison Square Garden as that puck deflects over the boards and out of play. Now, the Rangers have been quite physical themselves as Coyle was going at it after he took a big hit from Di Giuseppe. Coyle had his helmet taken off and he was going at it. The hit's 39-34 Boston. Plenty of physical play. That's an understatement. This is brought in by Kreider. Kreider to the end boards. The pass across is poked away by McAvoy. And there's a steal. Kuhlman down the right wing. Carson Kuhlman in on goal. Backhand shot saved. Second effort. Corrali denied. And two great saves by Georgiev as we're into the second half of period 3. This is a nice outlet pass. Corrali closing and he's blocked off by Miller. Now sent up to the right point. Carlo cross-ice pass. Save made. Rebound loose in front. And it makes its way to the corner on the far side. Rangers still under pressure. It'll now be Lafreniere who takes it through the neutral zone. Lafreniere taps it back. And now here's a chance in the slot. That shot is in. A goal by Blackwell. And now ensuing is A bust up here. Both teams going at it. It's Colin Blackwell who puts the Rangers on the board to make it 3-1. Yeah, McKegg wasn't pleased at all for Boston. He was in the midst of it all. Let's see the replay here. Yeah, that's a heck of a snipe. McKegg then got pushed down afterwards by Blackwell, it appeared, and then took a hack at Blackwell, and that's where everything unraveled. Yeah, Blackwell just ran McKegg over, and McKegg was not pleased about it whatsoever. It was a heck of a shot from Blackwell, and yeah, afterwards he just went into McKegg, who then slashed Blackwell in reaction, and that's where the chaos ensued. Well, New York have at last found their opening goal, as McKegg will now be sent to the box. So this is the Rangers' opportunity. They've scored the opening goal, and can they ride that momentum here? It looks like Blackwell has been sent to the box as well. So Blackwell gets a goal and now goes to the box. I don't know if I've ever seen that. If I have, it's been a while. Blackwell with his 5th goal of the season to make it 3-1. Bruins still with a 2-goal lead, but it is the Rangers who can maybe ride some momentum, finally getting their first goal of the afternoon. We'll have 4-on-4 hockey for the next 2 minutes. About 9 minutes remain in the third. The Bruins up by 2. This is back in the New York zone. Sent all the way down. The clearance by New York, and it'll be brought ahead by McAvoy. McAvoy down the right wing. Cross-ice pass. Here's Zabor with a shot. That's just wide. Now behind the goal. It'll be collected by the Rangers and brought ahead by Buchnevich. Buchnevich through the slot. Now takes it to the right wing boards. Puck trickling through, and it's stolen by McAvoy. Brought ahead now by Brad Marchand. Marchand has it stolen. It's now held behind the Rangers' goal by Adam Fox. Fox will leave it. And now it's Keandre Miller. Miller will swing it in. Carlo back with it for Boston. Carlo to center. 8 minutes left in the game. Here comes Kreider into the offensive zone. His shot blocked by Vakanainen up to the right point, but it escapes the zone, and the Rangers will have to reset. Brought back in by Chris Kreider. Kreider in front, just got away. The Rangers, though, you can tell they are revived now with that goal. And that pass just out of the reach. It'll go all the way back to the Rangers zone. Lafreniere will take it ahead for New York. The 4-on-4 has expired as McKegg and Blackwell head out of the box. Here's Corrali. Whiffing on the pass with Zaboral. He will get it out wide. Poked ahead. Now it's moved over to the right wing. Brett Howden is closed in on. Here's DeBrusk. DeBrusk to the neutral zone. Six and a half to go between the Bruins and the Rangers. Here is Studnicka. He taps it ahead for Smith. Smith winds one in on the backhand, and that's gloved by Georgiev. 6:19 remaining in the final period. 3-1, Bruins in the lead. We'll see if they can close out right after this quick break. Welcome back in, everybody. A reminder, the WGC Workday Championship at the concession is in a matter of moments today, 2:30 Eastern Time. We'll look at the final round. Colin Morikawa on top. Webb Simpson, Billy Horschel tied for second. Victor Hovland, Rory McIlroy, and Brooks Koepka all tied for fourth. Coming down to the wire. All right, back to action here at Madison Square Garden. 6:19 to go in the third. Bruins up by 2, 3-1 the score as the faceoff takes place in the Rangers zone, won by New York. Now a battle for the puck in the far corner. A jam along the boards, and coming away with it are New York. It's skated out by Brendan Lemieux. Lemieux all the way down the left wing. It's now back with Vakanainen for Boston. Vakanainen, the pass up the wall. Chasing it down is DeBrusk. Now the Rangers clear it the other way. McAvoy on the chase. He'll circle around the goal of Rask. This is knocked down by Bergeron. Bergeron elevates it into the Rangers zone. New York in possession. Diagonal pass from Lindgren. And now poked ahead. McAvoy's there for Boston. Now it's Zaboral. Zaboral finds Bergeron. Bergeron gets it out to the neutral zone. Brought in by Pastrnak. David Pastrnak holds. Now rattles one in. And a save made through a sea of bodies by Georgiev. No icing here. Clifton retrieves for the Bruins. Sends it back in, and now it's with Keandre Miller. The WGC Workday Championship at the concession today, 2:30 Eastern Time, in about 5 minutes. As a reminder for any of you who are golf fans tuning in. Here is Ritchie, pushed up against the boards by Miller. The shots on goal, 35-19 Boston. The Bruins have widened that gap in shots on goal quite a bit now. Here's Coyle. Coyle fires one around. 4 minutes remain. Now a scrum in the far corner. The puck locked in. Frederick trying to pry it loose. And eventually it's Miller who does so and comes away with it. Passes it ahead for Lemieux. And that'll head all the way down for an icing call against the Rangers. Well, taking a look at the game recap, it was a wild start. Georgiev had a head injury, and Ritchie fell on top of the head of Georgiev. Moments later, Coyle would score the opener for the Bruins. Georgiev would have to come out, going into concussion protocol. He'd later come back in the second period after he was cleared. And it's been quite a game, actually. We saw then a goal from Frederick and McAvoy. The Bruins scored the first 3 goals, and then here in the third period, Blackwell would score for the Rangers to get them on the board. But they still currently trail by 2, and there has been a penalty called against Boston, by the way. It is Craig Smith to the box for Boston. So if the Rangers have any chance of coming back, this is their opportunity. As they head to the power play with 3:51 remaining in the third, they trail 3-1. Not sure exactly what the call was. I didn't see anything. The face-off to the left of Rask. So no icing, by the way. That was the whistle. It was for a penalty. Bruins can't clear out of the zone. Now here's a shot from the high slot. Saved. Rebound. Sent wide on the second effort. What a chance that was for New York. Not wasting any time here on the power play. Bergeron providing a couple of cross checks to I believe, Blackwell. And finally, Boston managed to clear. It'll be retrieved by Adam Fox. Time running out for the Rangers. 3 minutes to go in the third. Now down the left wing. This is Kreider. Kreider around to the far side. Corrali can't clear. Now a chance here. The one-timer just wide by Zibanejad, who's had a quiet day. Now it's back into the high slot with Fox. Fox to the right wing. This shot blocked by the skate of Vakanainen. We're halfway through the New York power play. 2:50 remaining in the third. This is swung in by Buchnevich, but the Bruins managed to clear. That'll go all the way down. No icing, though. The net is empty now, by the way. Georgiev has headed to the Rangers bench, an extra man on the ice for New York. Rask caught in no man's land. Rangers with it along the end boards. Rask gets back into position. Cross ice pass. One-timer just wide by Mika Zibanejad. And now the Bruins will flip it towards the empty net. It's sent just wide. The Rangers are on the power play, remember, so no icings. 15 seconds left on the man advantage. Currently a 6-on-4. Lafreniere around to the near side. Won by the Bruins. Coyle towards the empty net, and he scores! Charlie Coyle puts this game to bed. It's his second of the afternoon, and the Bruins take a 4-1 lead with 1:55 to go. Perfect accuracy from the length of the ice by Charlie Coyle. Corrali won the puck. It was a battle for it along the boards. Got it ahead to Coyle. And a perfect shot from Charlie Coyle. And afterwards, Smith was going at it with Kevin Rooney, exchanging some fists. The second goal today for Coyle. His fifth of the season, and the empty netter comes with just 115 seconds to go. And now the Rangers' power play has expired. Out of the box comes Greg McKegg for Boston. This is cleared by Boston. And this game all but over now, 90 seconds to play. This is sent all the way down to the left of Rask, and an icing called against New York. The shorthanded empty net goal from Coyle clinches the victory for the Bruins. A much-needed 2 points. DeBrusk off the face-off win sends it across to Vakanainen, and his shot ricochets wide. And now it's flipped diagonally and sent ahead into the path of Kreider. Kreider can't control. Elevated out to center by Boston. Rangers dump it back in. Rask with it behind the Boston goal. He'll send it ahead for Frederick into the final minute of this one from Madison Square Garden. Here is Lafreniere, and his shot's blocked. A solid performance from Boston. If anyone was wondering if this was, perhaps a long-term struggle with them only winning one of their last 5, well, the Bruins quickly put those doubts to bed this afternoon. Yes, they were in a bit of a slump, but they're right back in form once again. The Rangers win the faceoff. But it's right back into the possession of Boston. Here's Zaboral for the Bruins. Up the wall. It's all the way behind the Rangers goal with Georgiev. Here's Lafreniere. He'll lay it back. And now it's brought ahead by Jack Johnson. And pushed off the puck was Hayek. 10 seconds remain. D-to-D pass. Sent up the wall, and that puck deflects into the Rangers bench with 2.6 seconds to play. The trash talking continues to the final horn here as Lemieux is going at it with Nick Ritchie, it appeared. Frustrating afternoon for the Rangers. Next up for the Bruins, it'll be Washington in the stacked East Division. Face-off will take place right in front of the Rangers bench. And they're going to drop the gloves. Here we go. The horn sounds, but we're not done yet. Some bonus action as Ritchie and Lemieux drop the gloves. Ritchie going with a right fist. Lemieux misses. Ritchie misses with a left fist. Now Ritchie going aggressive. Lemieux has him tangled up, and now the referees will come in to break it up. They still want to go at it. Lemieux and Ritchie end the game with a fight, a fitting way to end what was a very physical game, to say the least. And you could tell that both of them wanted to drop the gloves before they said goodbye. And so the Bruins get the win. The final score, 4-1. We even had a fight to end the afternoon. It's only a matter of time before that was coming. It's 2 points for Boston. A much-needed victory for this Bruins team. And that will put a wrap on my broadcast as I am Samuel Reese saying so long. Yes, let's go Bees indeed. Thanks, the Mango Man, for stopping by. I appreciate that. And I am Samuel Reese signing off saying so long. Bruins win 4-1, the final from Madison Square Garden.